Great sunrise, family, and welcome to more exciting uh, information on the science of you and the understand of everything that we endure here in this dimension, in this planet, and why that is. Because it's important, it's very critical that you take every little thing in consideration, because this helps us to uh, put together and better understand what you're dealing with in the situation that we are in, and what brings us to this situation. On many occasions I have talked about uh, the circle of life, of course. And in talking about that, I begin to, and myself, I learn every day. We're learning something new every day, even from within ourselves. We learn it, especially when we're focused on a certain thing that got us puzzled, and we're trying to resolve that or solve that. When you can focus on that, then you can begin to see the light. Light is coming every day to us. I'm looking at this particular video done by this brother, and his comparison of Caucasian women to women of color. And as I listened to this brother, you learn so much from listening to people. Everyone's different opinions, array of different thoughts that help put together your understanding of the world around you better. So, and then also in this, it has proven that a lot of things I have said in the past are true. So I'm gonna get into this video. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. But before I do that, let me go ahead and talk about some things. Some differences, and then we'll look at the comments below this video because they're quite interesting. Even I made a few comments, okay? But anyway, let me break it down like this. It's two different worlds that have been put together, and which should have never been, which should never be. But the illusion has made us feel like this is okay. And because one has a different nature than the other. And we can see this in the cultures. Okay, in our culture, we have never had a time where we did not take care of ourselves. We've always had civilization. We always knew that you have to clean yourself. We always known that you have to take care of self. That's why, that's the whole premise for us being invaded upon someone coming invading our space and invading us, because we had wholesomeness. We had capabilities. The major thing is we had a mind. We had a mind that wasn't of the animal mind. That wasn't of take from another people. We didn't go and pillage, destroy, and rape other people. In our culture. In our culture, we don't disregard our elderly people. Before we came into this combination of two worlds coming together, we did not mistreat older people. Older people were held in high regards. And older elderly people were always held in high regards. We never had orphan children in our culture. Everyone took care of the children if a parent, prematurely passed or something happened. People always came together. You see, all that's been stripped away from us as a people. And you want to know why that has been stripped away from us as a people? Why a lot of things, why we're in the predicament that we're in today? Why we're in the situation that we're living in, and we call it hell on earth? Why we see wars, why we see so much hate and disrespect, why we see so much disregards to life, why we see the world seems like it's in favor of the one particular, there's two different worlds, mind you, but it seems like it's more in favor of that one particular world over the other world. The world that brought um, I'm going to share this because I share my screen on something else real quick. Because this is going to be an easy breakdown. Quite an easy breakdown, real simple family. Oops. I'm gonna use that one, but how do dang it. I'm always talking about, I'm sorry, I'm back. I got knocked off. So basically what I was saying is those 7 principles of mind. Hey TK, welcome. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Because basically what I was talking about is we, in our culture, we have a lot of things that are wholesome and true. Oh, I didn't share it. Let me share my screen here. Okay, good, good. Let me go back to this one. This one big again. Okay, like that. Okay. We have so much. We have justice. We had justice. We had truth. We had reciprocity. That's why I was trying to get the principles. But greater than that, we have something deeper than that. And it's all about within. But like I said in the beginning, everything is revealing to us our truth as a people, as a whole. And I wanted to also share one other video. Let me see where I'm at here. Just trying to be a little humorous here. But when we look at how we as a people and what we endure and why we endure it. You know what? Hold on. I'm back. I apologize for that. Distraction. But we had the 7 principles of Ma'at. I live in truth. I regard all altars and with respect. I speak with sincerity. Consume only my fair share. I offer words of good intent. I relate in peace. I honor animals with reverence. I can be trusted. I care for the earth. I keep my own counsel. I speak positively of others. I remain in balance with my emotions. Peace, justice, truth, reciprocity, propriety, balance, harmony. What else am I missing? All of that has been wiped from us as a people, obviously. But when you come into the understanding of how, and we see clearly as we live out our experience here on this planet, we keep seeing it. It's been turned inner towards ourselves in a way to say that it's our fault, but it when we really look at it in the scheme of things, it is our fault. It is our fault. Because nature has a way of healing and cleansing. But it depends on what nature and what world you're living in. There's 2 different natures and there's 2 different worlds. There's always 2. One world is a world of peace that everybody speaks of heaven, what they call heaven, which is nothing more than what's in the head, in the mind. And that's what the ancient Kemetic people would call the mind, not the mind of the animal, but the mind of the extraordinary one. I'm just going to say extraordinary one because it's the one that doesn't have the mind of the animal. We know the difference between the animal and the extraordinary one that can think out and resolve the situation, along with the balance and with balance of all the principles and everything, just with everything, because it's a well balanced, wholesome being, right? And we lose our wholesomeness, which we lose our souls, we lose ourselves to something lesser. It's always something lesser. But do we recognize it as lesser? No, we don't recognize it as lesser because the worlds have been put together and called equality. The worlds have been put together, brought together in a system, and they call it equality. But it's a man-made equality. It's not a real, true equality. It's a man-made equality, which means it's full of falsehoods and lies. Okay? And always keep in mind, we're 2 different worlds. We're totally 2 different worlds that we're dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this video because I can see, I'm not going to say I can't see why, okay? I can see clearly. We can always see clearly as a people. When we're on the level, 5D level, we can see things clearly. And that's why I wanted to share this one video also. I don't know if it's going to kick me out, but let me see. Before I get into his video, because this is my favorite scene. Not necessarily my favorite scene, but one of my favorite movies. If I can find it again. I hate when I have something and I don't even try to save it. It's hard to. It was a really good example of what I'm trying to say and what I've been saying, because they live. But if we can't see, if we don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, I mean, true eyes to see, real ears to hear, not just saying that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay. 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 Hold on. Maybe that's not the one I want. I want the one when he first. Okay, send the truth. Right now. Okay. Let me share this real quick. I'm just going to play this real quick.
What's your problem? I said, what's your problem? day, sir. Okay, how's it going? Fine, thank you. Thank you, sir. Here you are, sir. Thank you. Hey, buddy. You gonna pay for that or what? Look, buddy, I don't want no hassle today. Either pay for it or put it back.
I thought that was quite an interesting video. Very quite interesting, revealing the truth. So let's get back over here. But like I said, when you as a people had so much, but it was all taken away, the question begins, why and how? Because we're still trying to figure out what got us in the place that we're in. But we should be beyond that by now. Of course, because we're in the time of revealing. So we're actually seeing the same old things happen over and over, centuries, over and over again. It's where the degradation comes and destroys a civilization. And I want to put it all together because now I see, okay, right here. Let me see something. What do I do with that? Because they were talking about psychosis. Okay. The principle of psychokinesis. Mind is thought. The universe is mental creation. This first great principle embodies the idea that all is mind. It explains that which is the substantial essence underlining all the outward manifestations and appearances which you know under the terms of material universe. The phenomena of life, matter, energy, space, time, distance, speed, relativity, and in short, all that is apparent to your material senses is spirit. This spirit may be considered and thought of as the universal, infinite living mind. The living mind, the consciousness, your consciousness, right? Your consciousness. What level of consciousness are you on? Are you of high vibrating energy? Or are you a low vibrating energy that can't really get the spark of life or can't really rise? So you want to pull down. You have to pull. You have the ability to pull, to drain others and pull from life. Pull and just feed off of others' lives, life energy. Infinite living mind, which is your consciousness, of course. This living mind performs gastrulation, which is a turning of itself inside out, manifesting its esoteric nature outwardly. Therefore, all the phenomenon, worlds, and universe are simple, a mental creation of mind, subject to the laws of created things. And the universe as a whole and their parts or units have their have their existence in the mind. And it is in the mind that we live and move and have our being, you know. So, hey, Grand Rising, Brother Bronze, Flat Power God, welcome. So, when I told you guys, I come from a kind of a mixed background, but then I have a half of my family that are all Black people, right? All Nubian, beautiful Nubian people. And that's my grandfather's side of the family. But my grandmother's side was always a combination, was mixed or from a mixed background. They're a lighter skinned group of people. And, but as we have learned about my grandmother's father, he was conceived from a Caucasian female, right? And I'm gonna get into prestige too, because we're gonna look at what makes prestige. It's definitely not an interracial relationship, because an interracial relationship brings anything but prestige. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that, because prestige in the Black community, there should never be colorism with it. Because anytime you have two Black people together, that's prestige. That's the prestige. So his life was that of, his mom was Caucasian, his father was probably a native Nubian man, I want to say. Okay. Excuse me, my nose is very stuffed up today. But he was given away, as many Black children in those days. That was the life. You had so much hate and in the Caucasian community for our people, that is something that, you see, he wasn't raised with his mom. He was raised, I guess, given up to the Black community, and was raised by Nubian people, right? Okay. So he ended up marrying a Nubian wife, which was my grandmother's mother, who also was mixed race. You know, they both were mixed race. No place in the world in between worlds, but they found each other, okay? They found each other. So that's that side of the family, and what turmoils they had to endure on that side, being put in an interracial, worlds collided. Okay, two worlds that collided together, that caused a lot of friction, a lot of turmoil, a lot of distress, a lot of, dismay. You certainly didn't have 7 principles of mind within those relationships. You have chaos. And we tend to help that chaos to survive. We tend to give it life, continuously, on a continuous basis. And I just wanted to say that before we get into this video. And now I'm going to get into this video here, done by this brother. And we're going to pick at it, okay?
White women, aka Beckies, are extremely colorful. Black women are extremely basic, one-dimensional, monotone. Look at the screen. The pictures don't lie. Look at the Becky. She's got green eyes, pink lips, white skin, red hair. She pops. Those colors are magical, whimsical, very pretty. It'll get you. It will leave a nigga spellbound. Right? Look at her. She sparkles. I mean, you can get lost in her magical colors. I mean, she's exciting to look at. The black woman, on the other hand, once again, she's monotone. Basic, one color, brown, black. That's it. But I'm going to stop right here. Both women are beautiful. And since I'm a black man, I love black women. Right? And when a black woman has her stuff together, like a banging body, a great attitude, a beautiful mouthpiece, she's the top. She's the alpha female. No doubt about it. So I'm just talking about the colors of these women, the vibrancy. That's all this is about. It's not about hating on black women, because I love black women. I'm a black man. I love being black. I would never want to be a white man, as I say in my videos. Love being black. So I love black women. But this channel is about speaking truth in a way that's never been heard or thought about before. Speaking reality in a brand new way. So like people like Cynthia G will say white women have no color, right?
So he thinks this is reality in a brand new way. This is not reality in a brand new way. This is part of that same old illusion that we've been given to it's trickery. It's trickery of this world that we're in, of this false world that we're in, and the nature of it. Okay? And when he talks purely on aesthetics. When we are more than aesthetics. We're more than, in this world we're more. We should subscribe to more than aesthetics. I know I do. As a black woman, color really doesn't matter to me. But substance matters. What's in it? I don't care for men with color eyes at all. I do not. Me as a black woman, color eyes do nothing for me as far as attractiveness towards a white man or a black man. There's black men with color eyes. There's white men with color eyes. But I don't get hypnotized by their eye colors. It's something that does not even pass through my mind. It's all about how I'm treated. It's all about balance. It's all about what's the principles that this person stands on. They can have color. I never really liked the Michael Jackson type either. I could never understand people swooning over Michael Jackson because I do not like good looking. I'm not the one who likes good looking people. I mean, what the world calls good looking people. To me, I see beauty in a certain form of a man's face. I don't, that's me as a woman. And I know that there's a stark difference between men and women and how we see things or what's appealing to us. But I just wouldn't be able to say that I could say that a man, I can't do a video on men and say that this man is, regardless of his color, this man is the man type of man I think all women, or I think that that is more appealing to women and me than any man on earth. I just couldn't do that because it does nothing, for one thing. And I don't have that mainstream taste like other women do to do a video like that. I'm not following the leaders. I'm not following people and what they like the most and what they put out as the mainstream beauty, or the mainstream looks. I don't like Ted or Todd. I don't think they're appealing to me. But for me, you know, handsome in a man is totally different than handsome for what people in the mainstream world think handsome should be, is what I'm trying to get at. So I guess I I see him as this guy that did this video as a lower specimen. And he even says he's a lower specimen because he um he finds it he finds that he has a weakness. So if we were in a combat or war or something, he wouldn't be no good to his own women that he claims to love so much. Because he would already lose at the first sight of green eyes and red and pink lips that come his way, and red hair and blonde hair or whatever color hair and pale skin that comes his way. We would already lose him in the battle. You see, so you wouldn't be good for the Black community. You actually telling people that you wouldn't be good for us. You see, so as far as if we really, really had to fight, which we do, we're in a stage where we should be fighting. We need things, and all this now could do is talk about how great something is that has come into our world and destroyed us. You see what I'm saying? That's what I see.
That's simply not true. Actually, white women have the most color variation. They're very rich in their colors. Once again, look at the screen. She's got green eyes, right? Pink lips, white skin, and red hair. Extremely colorful. The Black woman, on the other hand, is just one color, brown-black. Just basic, very monotone. But that basic monotone brown-black color of the Black woman, that's strong, dominant alpha colors, brown-black, like the alpha male lion, lionesses, right? So brown.
You see, when you don't understand why, when you don't understand why something is, you disregard it as just what you see on the face value of it, which is just skin color, right? But it's something more than just that. It's a vibration. It's how you're vibrating and what you can do, what your capabilities are. That's why I was talking about the psychokinesis. It all is connected scientifically. And we see it on a daily basis. Why do you think these people have destroyed? Why do you think that the degradation has always been the destruction of civilization, and has been able to successfully con us, fool us through skin color, through color. The very thing he's talking about and fascinated about has been our destruction.
Black is a dominant, strong alpha color. Meanwhile, the white skin that she's just genetically deluded, right? But at the same time, she sparkles, right? It's like going into a forest and seeing all these rich, vibrant colors. That's the Becky. It'll get you. Those green eyes and pink lips and white skin and red hair, it'll get you. It's got many niggas. And black women understand this because you'll see black women wearing their weaves and color contact lenses. Some will bleach their skin. I don't agree with any of that. Black woman, respect your monotone, basic brown black, because that's the strong, dominant alpha color. You are alpha female. Evolution made you this way. Respect it. You are the mother of mankind, and we black men are the fathers of mankind. It's a beautiful thing. But when we're just talking about the colors and how they pop and like fireworks go off, Becky's got the black woman. It's not even close. So once again, when Cynthia G says, well, white women have no color, that's simply not true. Actually, white women have the most color variation. The most color, right? The screen, these pictures don't lie. So Cynthia G simply doesn't know what she's talking about. Cynthia G doesn't like to live in reality. Cynthia G is a beautiful person. Don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful woman. She's got a lot of mental problems, a lot of daddy issues. She needs to get some therapy. But once again, this channel is about reality, the way it is, and looking at it from a new way, a new light. And Becky's are very colorful, and black women are not. Period.
I just want to say he's talking about a woman who is trying to bring solutions to an issue in our society that is very, very detrimental to us as a people. And as I said before, degradation degradation has come along and has plummeted our people, has really destroyed our people. And this dude is fighting for his right to interracially mix, to to embody or to uphold that degradation, to um, continue to destroy our people over and over and over again. Usually, if you feel that way and you're happy in that, I don't get where you have to feel like you have to tear down somebody else's ability, somebody else's ways of trying to bring back some life into our people, or to prestige back into our people, self-respect, self-love back into our people, to something that was caused intentionally by this different world that we're uh, currently engulfed in. We have no food source of our own here. We've been taken over time and time and time again. These people have rewrote our history over and over again. They have prevented us from knowing who and what we are or where we are. Um, they've only gave us what we have. We have Black history, which we look at the same old thing and talk about every year. We talk about the first this, the first that, over and over again. How we seem like we just dropped on the planet for slavery, and that's all we've been dealing with, and all we ever done is be enslaved. But I guess he would say, I don't know if that would be okay. That's our reality, done by the very people he is admiring for their color. And why does he think someone would have uh, daddy issues or psychological issues in this environment? Uh, why would you think people would have those issues or shouldn't have those issues and within this environment? And if you listen to others, you would learn a lot, a whole lot. We learn a whole lot. Uh, but if you don't have the ears to hear, usually, if you don't have the ears to hear clearly what has been said to you, uh, and the mind is very important to have the mind to understand what's been told to you about the situation that's going on. Then maybe you could see differently. But just saying that someone has psychological issues and you're not really trying to understand what that person is trying to show you, then definitely that's what I call lower specimen or lower of the lower energies, because you never will learn. You never will learn. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. And what do they call that? They call that lunacy. Lunacy. So let's go.
The pictures don't lie. Look at Becky. Look at that white woman. It'll get you. All those colors and variations, her whimsical, magical, pretty look, soft, delicate, it'll get a nigga. She'll leave a nigga spellbound. Nigga be lost looking in her green eyes and white skin and pink lips and red hair. A nigga will get lost real quick. How you think all these Beckys be getting all these superstars, right? Niggas get lost real quick looking at her magical colors, her rich variations. That just hits different. Like I said, though, rich athletes and celebrities, black ones, the black men, they found that out real quick. They just hit different. These Beckys hit different. The niggas will be mesmerized looking at these females. That's why they keep winning so much. Look at, she's got those plumpy, juicy lips. She's got like black girl's lips, right? You can suck on those lips forever, right? And so that's all this is, to show you that, white women Beckys are very colorful. Black women, on the other hand, are very basic, extremely basic, monotone, one color, brown, black. Look at.
So this comes down to fathers. And we know that fathers love their daughters and they have guns in their house to protect their daughters. No one wants their children to be mistreated, period. No one wants, even mothers, they don't want their sons to go out and be a certain type of man. But on this sexualizing a person's appearance, now this is why in our society we have women who actually want to be sexualized. But then we have a lot of women that do not want to be sexualized, fetishized. No one really, in all reality, wants to be fetishized. But this is a societal issue that we have. And then some people, nobody really wants to be fetishized, over. Because it's not bringing a real relationship. It's not bringing in anything that is real. It's only falsehood. It's just, you know, a black woman could go out and get a blonde wig. She can get some color contacts. She can dress herself, become like a clown, look like a clown, have different colors all over the place. But is that man that she's going out trying to entice, is he going to love her for who she is, or is he just wanting to hit it and quit it for the night off of his own fetishizing pleasures overnight? You know, you know, when he talks about he's fetishing over a woman of a whole entire different world, then but that's a for us, we probably want to be basic brown in that case. Because if you were expressing to us how much you fetishizing over another woman from another world, how, and you're not even taking in consideration personality or anything like that. Of course, you did say that in the video. You're just focusing on aesthetics. But aesthetics is not everything. You have to talk about the next level in all its honesty and truth. Uh, just like I just did, because I talked about the higher level degradation that came along with behind all of this. Two worlds coming together.
Her eyes are brown, her lips are brown, her skin are brown, her skin is brown, and her hair is black. It's monotone, one-dimensional, flat. But that's okay because that's the alpha color, the strong dominant color. And that's why I love being black. I love being monotone. I love being basic because my dark skin is the alpha.
With men like you running around, a lot of young girls should love to be basic brown, because no one wants to be, like I said, no one wants to be just seen as an object, just seen as something that is tantalizing. So you're going to be paying more attention to the eye color than you are to the mind, or to what someone is talking to you about, or to nagging you. She can be nagging you. That green eyes could be nagging at you. But you won't see or hear that, because all the thing that really matters to what, quote unquote, what you said, a brother, is aesthetics.
It's strong, it's dominant. I love it. But when we're talking about females, Becky's, they sparkle, they shine, they pop. I said, looking at a Becky like that is like walking in a magical forest. It'll leave a nigga spellbound. And black men that have been around Becky's like this, they'll tell you, it'll get you. It'll get you.
So, in listening to this now, I mean, I was pretty much putting it all together before, behind the scenes, before I even saw this guy's video. I was like, the Moors, it's becoming more clear what the Moors in Britain were about and the science behind it. The science behind it was trying to get us to see. And now we're in a time where we've seen that Caucasians are having low birth rates. And that's all, not only them, but the Asians as well. That anything of the animal mind is dying out. I hate to put it that way to you guys, but the animal mind is exactly what it is. We're dealing with. It's one that can't uphold the 7 principles for you. It's always a constant battle between worlds, and it always will be. But as long as we perpetuate the situation and keep it going over and over again, only because our men are finding the aesthetics of it all appealing and the attraction is there, then we're just going to keep perpetuating the situation. We're going to keep seeing racists being born over and over and over again. With that said, family, true love, real peace, the higher self within the soul. Grand Rising, Sonara, welcome. Welcome. And I thank you all for being here. And like I said, this is an insightful video on exactly, what I've been saying. The circle of life over and over again and again and again. The record plays over and over again because we've got it on repeat, right? So once we recognize things, our situation, where we're at, and why, how we got here, we can do better. With that said, always remember true love, real peace, the higher self within our soul. Self-love is much needed in this war because that's all you need. That's all you need. Simple weapon you need is self-love. And to know that it's prestigious for 2 dark people to love each other. It's prestigious. It's prestigious for any Black people to love each other. Any Nubian people to love each other. What becomes less than prestige is when you go out of that. And that is not, if that makes me a racist, so be it. I'm at war. I have a war waged against me. So always remember true peace and love, family. Till next time.